What is up, everyone? Renfail here, and I am back for a special guide. So, I've been working on the Druid most recently. That's going to be my launch class, and I've talked about what I think my second class playthrough is going to be. I already know that my multiplayer playthrough is locked to a Tiefling Bard, and my Forest Gnome Druid is going to be my first playthrough. But the second one is either going to be a Wizard or a Sorcerer. I've known that for a very long time. But what I didn't anticipate was beginning to lean towards the Drow as my first playthrough of that class because I've been told by a lot of people in my comments section that if you play a Drow, you get a lot of different and unique conversation choices and cutscenes that you wouldn't get otherwise because you were playing a traditional quote unquote good race, like a half elf, elf, dwarf, so on and so forth. So, this intrigued me. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to do a run through of a Drow sorcerer through the early parts of the early access here for Baldur's Gate 3 and sort of see what this feels like to get my mind wrapped around what does a pre-launch version of this look like and what might you be considering if you're going to be playing a sorcerer starting with the launch of Baldur's Gate 3. Now, let me say and get this out of the way immediately, I am not an expert on the sorcerer class. So this video is me learning about it and sort of testing it out in a manner which will allow all of you to go alongside me and do like a little bit of a walkthrough with me to see what this looks like. So if that sounds fun to you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss an update. And of course, stick around to find out all the other things about Baldur's Gate 3 because we're covering this game a lot. We're doing live streams of it. We're also doing Starfield and Diablo 4 and our old classics like Lord of the Rings Online and Star Wars: The Republic, plus a lot of other things like movies, TV shows, books, and all that other stuff. So check out all the other playlists, join the Discord, and without further ado, let's go ahead and level this guy up and take a look at the abilities that we're going to get as a sorcerer heading into Baldur's Gate 3 once we've gotten off the initial Nautilid ship and we've landed on the beach. Alright, so I've gained the ability to twist spells to suit your needs via meta magic. I can now enhance my spells by spending sorcery points. That's very interesting. This is something that's unique to the sorcerer that the wizard doesn't have. So even though I have access to relatively the same amount, or excuse me, same schools of magic and same types of spells that the wizard would have, I have sorcery points, which allow me to make things a little more potent. Now, I've also chosen the wild magic version here, which makes me a little, it's a little chaotic from time to time, but that's part of the fun. So if we go in here and take a look at our spell book, we can see I've got this passive feature called the Tides of Chaos. Now I can activate this to gain advantage on my next attack roll ability check or saving throw. Increase the chance of wild magic surge afterwards. I also have superior dark vision and of course Fey ancestry because of my background. Now, I've chosen for my first level spells the Magic Missile, Chromatic Orb, and Witch Bolt. These make me fairly dangerous on an offensive level, even from level 1. Chromatic Orb in and of itself, look at this, deals 3d8 of thunder damage, or 2d8 of acid, cold, fire, lightning, or poison, and creates a surface. All of that with a spell that you could have from level 1. It's extremely powerful. And of course, you can't forget your classic Magic Missile, and a Witch Bolt, which I think is a very interesting spell as well. For cantrips, I went with Dancing Lights, Firebolt. By the way, this spell is helpful in dark places. Firebolt for a little bit of fire damage, Acid Splash for a little bit of acid damage, and Ray of Frost for a little bit of frost damage. And then I can actually change this out. It looks like I have somehow Dancing Lights and Lights. I'm going to have to change that up. In class actions, we've got spend sorcery points to unlock a spell slot or create sorcery points to you spend spell slots to gain sorcery points. Some crazy stuff you can do with this class. I think it's been fun so far. Just getting off the ship, I was diving into everything, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what else we've got here. Can't set up any reactions here. There's my spellbook. Skills, of course. Close that down. I'm not proficient with any of those things. Martial weapons, musical instruments. I don't know any. Boo! Alright. Well, let's go ahead and get into this, everybody. Alright, I'm going to quick save here.
More of those wretched things.
Yeah, ahead is going to be where we do another encounter. So I'm really curious to see what this encounter is going to be like with these little intellect devourers. Now that we're both level 2, and I've got Shadowheart in my party now, after having rescued her and found her on the beach. So I'm going to start off with a ranged spell. Let's move this stuff around a little bit. The light spell back in here. Put that down there. Alright, I'm going to start off with a fire spell. Let's see if I can do enough damage to this to take it down. Alright, I'm still hidden, technically. Oh, there we go.
Better stay back. One strike could be lethal.
Tides of Chaos. You can manipulate the forces of chaos to gain advantage on your next attack roll, ability check, or saving throw, but once it triggers, the chance of a wild magic event happening increases for the next spell of level 1 or higher. So that's one of the dangerous side effects of the Sorcerer. However, I want to try one of these. So I've got a couple of meta magic things. It costs 1. So we got meta magic distance spell. Increases the range of your spells by 50%. Melee spells get a range of 9 meters, but it costs a sorcery point per level. And then there's meta magic twin spells. Spells that only target one creature can target an additional creature now. Cost 1 sorcery point per spell slot level. Cantrips also cost a sorcery point. For spells that don't shoot a projectile, the targets need to be close together. So let's try this one. Let's try a twin spell. What spell do I want to twin? I want to do Chromatic Orb, right? There's 2 of these things. So let's go with Chromatic Orb. Am I not close enough? Let's see here. We'll go with Thunder. I'm going to have to step a little bit closer, it looks like. Let's try that again. Alright, 1 of 2 projectiles. There we go. Oh man, that was pretty awesome, I'm not going to lie. Like, hurling 2 chromatic orbs was pretty sick. Oh, please come into the cone of death, little intellect devourer, because you're not gonna make it. Let's hit it with a guiding bolt if we can.
You fight well. Perhaps our survival isn't such a distant prospect.
I'm thinking we're gonna do just fine in terms of what the DPS of this party is going to be like, because I haven't even gotten Gale into my party yet to see what his DPS is going to be like. So between him and having Lizelle join my party, the only downside to that is going to be Gale's going to be a little overwhelmed possibly with the amount of... I mean, technically this is not a chaotic evil character, you know, but I'm probably going to be more inclined to... I mean, I'm a drow. Yes, I'm a drow seeking to end Lolth, but at the same time, this character is all about, you know, that race. So there are cultural differences, is what I'm getting at.
Alive. That's unexpected.
Now, I just reloaded this encounter because one of the first things I noticed, so before we run up the hill here real quick, you know how for those of you who have played Early Access before, when you go to rescue our Githyanki friend here in a moment, traditionally there are a variety of options with the 2 tieflings that are here. You're going to be able to, you could intimidate them, but you could also persuade them, you could deceive them. There are various options to deal with them, but as a drow, I'm immediately, like, I've just gotten into the game off the ship, and I'm immediately running into something that's completely unique for the drow character. Check this out. This has nothing to do with the class. This is because of the race.
Zoru was right. Yellow as a toad and twice as ugly.
The thing's dangerous. Leave it for the goblins to kill.
Your skull pounds in response to the prisoner's white-hot stare. Her lips don't move, yet you hear her voice.
You again. Get rid of them. Holy hells. Under elf.
Right here.
Lay tight, no messer.
So this is very interesting to me because I've played through all traditionally like good races so far. I've not done a drow before, and this is really interesting because I don't have really any options here. I have the option to attack them or to intimidate them. Because I'm a drow, there's automatically prejudice against this character because of where they come from. This is a fascinating aspect of playing this type of character through the game, and I can't wait to actually do a full playthrough like this because this is what people were talking about, having these unique conversation things that happen because everybody perceives you differently. And so you're going to get a completely different conversation option based on you being a drow because people immediately see you and go, oh, panic. So let's see if we can do this intimidation. We need a 5. I get a +3 from charisma, so this should be a pretty easy roll to beat.
Demaze.
Come, no messer. Now.
Enough gawking. Get me down.
Say please.
Never.
So that's really cool. This is one of those things I was looking forward to seeing with the drow.
You'll hear goblins before you see
Was the reaction people were going to
Hasn't
have.
yet scrambled all your senses.
I'm assuming it's the same when you play a
Auspicious.
Githyanki as
But the
well.
longer we wait, the more it consumes.
Commercial time, everyone. Huge shout out to the Guild Champions, who are our highest tiered membership here on YouTube. We've got Bubbalonia, Ancient Entity, Crazy's Relative, Remedy. Thanks so much for your support here on the channel. And of course, to all of our members who help keep me full time here on YouTube. Thanks so much for your support, for being here, for checking in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell icon, super chat any live streams or premieres you see, super thanks any video uploads you see. Don't forget YouTube Shorts in that category as well. And hopefully, we'll see you in the next live stream. Don't forget the Discord. Links are down below. Let's get back to the video. So those of you who have seen the past panel from Hells, or maybe have watched one of my streams, or you played early access yourself, the ruins ahead of us are something we've seen lots of playthroughs around over the early access for Baldur's Gate 3. Now, I've been running around with this character, level 2 now, with my party, the early party that you're going to be going through. These are basically the first 3 characters you come across, or the vampire dude. You might come across him before you get to the camp. But what I want to show you is just how potent the Sorcerer is at even just level 2, because I've been finding it quite ridiculous, especially being able to come in here and use Sorcerer points for like the twin spells and stuff. So it's really cool, but you can also, just go ahead and straight up spend Sorcery points and so on and so forth. In any case, let's go take a look at this encounter. I'm gonna skip the dialogue because I want to see what it's like to do like a straight up, get in here, straight up fight as opposed to doing conversation.
Not another step, hear me?
So I'm gonna skip through this because we've already seen it.
What's this? Or is it the ship you're after?
All right, we're just gonna go straight into attack. So the cool thing about this is I want to twin my chromatic orb. We're going to go for Thunder. I can do 2 projectiles. So there's these 2 melee characters. I'm going to do them first because... Okay. And then I want to try to shove this dude. Alright. That's the end of my turn.
I've got to keep fighting.
Alright, you are going to drop a guiding bolt on... Dude, both these guys do a ton of damage, so... Okay, hit him with that.
On the move.
Let's go ahead and walk up just in case I can do a bit of a... Oh yeah. Alright, he's entangled. Alright, yep, he's going... Oh, that hurt. Oh, he double attacked me. That's brutal. Is this guy gonna get a shot? Alright. You, my dear, are gonna do a rush attack and get this dude.
Is your end.
Okay, very good. Can I also get down to him? I bet if I do an action surge... I'm going to get down here and attack this dude. Hang on, what does it say here? Not enough movement, but can I get him with hamstring shot? Okay.
Of wits.
All right, we need to take care of this mage immediately. So you, sir, are also going to use your chromatic orb on the waves. Nicely done, Gale. Did you see her? He punted her across from the edge. That's epic. All right. My sorcerer is down because he took some nasty hits, but that's okay. Because we're going to go ahead and get him right back up again. With a couple of heals.
Take you.
No.
All right. Now, because I just woke up, essentially, make him... Really? An AoE acid. Nicely done, sir. I gotta give it to you for that one. Alright. Killed that thing.
Creator. Destroyer.
Let's go ahead and drop another chromatic orb. Oh, is he not gonna be able to see it from here? Hold that thought. There we go. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the fight. Now, obviously, we took some damage. We're a little smoky. But that fight, honestly, that's the easiest that fight's ever been from a purely run up and head on it. Because a lot of the times I'll do sneaky tactics and, you know, use the height to my advantage and sneak around and so on and so forth. But just being able to run in with raw force, I feel like the twinning in particular, being able to spin sorcery points to twin spells together is just really, really potent. And also, I think, I haven't used this yet, but being able to do the distance spell thing sounds pretty cool because you'll be able to use that for to your advantage for pulling. So far, I gotta say, I am really, really liking the way the sorcerer plays. Even just in the, I mean, just I'm only second level, and it already feels leaps and bounds behind some of the other stuff I've played. So definitely something that I look forward to learning more about and preparing for as my next official playthrough after I finish the Druid. So there you have it, everyone. That is my early access pre-launch look at the Sorcerer, sort of an early build, if you will, looking at what I'm going to be continuing to test throughout the early access process. This will not be my first character. My first character is definitely going to be that Forest Gnome Druid, but I'm like 99% sure my second character is going to be this Drow Sorcerer. I've done the Wizard a bunch, but I love the idea of those Sorcerer points to really enhance the casting. I'm interested to see what this looks like at higher levels. So expect to see more of me playing through this character. And of course, if you want to see the playthroughs of the multiplayer where I'm playing a bard and so on and so forth, make sure to check out all that other stuff. Like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss an update or a live stream. Join our Discord if you want to hang out with us. And of course, don't forget to support if you can with Super Chats, memberships, and beyond. And I'll see everybody in the next episode. Till then, everybody, happy gaming.